Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of solving Cambridge A-Level Paper 3 Variant 1 October November 2020. We left off at question 6 I believe, yeah. Like there is only a small part left for this question, about 1 mark. So let me just do it quickly. And basically what happens is that oh yeah, sorry for the if you hear background noises. I will tell you guys about it a bit later. Yeah, so what happens is, like, we have this equation and then we have this range. So we need to input the value of 0 here and we will get negative 50.77, and then if we input the value of 360 here we will get 69.23. so we are supposed to get another range which will be negative 50.77, not x actually, it will be I believe 1 by 3 x minus 50.77, 69.23. This will be another range. So the first value it will be in A. Let me wait. Where are we getting 49? The principal weight. Okay, so cos inverse 2.5 by root 15, this is basically 49.80. Yeah, 49.80. So there will be something like 1 by 3 x minus 50.77 is equals to 49.80 degree. Like we need to do some quadrant things, and like the individual first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So if we do this 49.80 and we will get another 49.80 here, but it will be negative 49.80, and both it can be like more than 69.23 and it cannot be less than negative 50.77. So so ultimately 1 by 3x will be 49.80 plus 50.77, 100.57. We already figured it out, right? We do that, we get 301.7. For the second value we actually get 1.3x 1 by 3x is equal to negative 49.80 plus 50.77. So x is equals to 0.97 times 3 is equals to 2.91 degree. Yeah, it's for the A quadrant. 301.8 is for the positive, and my negative 2.91 is for the negative. It's a bit critical if you ask me, like a bit tricky, but usually I would not be able to figure it out. I know most of the people would be. Usually if I need to in a quadrant thingy, maybe I will do somewhere else. I don't know, like I don't think so I would have been able to figure that out. I would have left the answer at 301.8, and which would have cost me 1 mark. Like in exam we should be able, be prepared enough that to not leave an to not leave even a mark. So like gain as much marks as possible, but yeah, I don't think this was worth it for 1 mark. Okay, maybe it was. Anyway, so what I wanted to say was that there might be like some background noises, so I will try uh, to reduce that. So I will keep my mic over somewhere where where it does not pick up most much of the background noise. um so what I will do is like, if I like I mean, for most of the part I won't speak in this video like the last one, but let's say if I am speaking, then you, like, let's say you want to hear me, like what I'm saying, and you want to listen anyways, blah blah blah. So I will use the reading and I will write Spider-Man, and it will be there while I'm speaking, and after I'm done speaking I will erase it. So that, let's say you are skipping, like you're forwarding the, I'm not forwarding, I mean like you're skipping forward to the video. So if you see this writing like Spider-Man, yeah, just know that I'm speaking, like if you want to hear, that is. Anyways, so let's continue. আরে এই তো কিছু বুঝলাম না। Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to wait write equals to 0 here, and then show 0 is equal to 0, so proved. Or should I write just this part? Yeah, I mean, it did fit well. Like just this part, and then so that if I input the value -1 plus root 5 iota, then I get 0. But I think either way is correct. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it works. And if you guys think like something else, like you can let me know in the comment section, like what should I do? Should I show equals to 0, or like should I do it this way, or should I show that 0 equals to 0 and hence proved? And anyways, the mark scheme also says that we need to complete the verification. I mean okay, wait. Okay, so now the mark scheme says to substitute the value and attempt the expansions of x square and x cube. So like we need to attempt the expansions, which I did here. Actually, if you see, I expanded -1 plus root 5 iota whole cube and -1 plus root 5 iota whole square. And then we need to show that, we need to use iota square is equals to -1 correctly at least once. I think like maybe they also mean, like after doing this we need to like simplify it more, and then we need to bring iota square, and then we need to use iota equals -1, but that's a hassle, so I just wrote here iota square is equals to -1, and then I just directly use the calculator and do this. The question does not say to not use the calculator, and if I then expand it, and then expand it let's say writing 2, then inside the bracket -1 cube, then whatever the value of this is, and that I think that would take a lot of time and is not worth the marks. So I just wrote this. I'm not sure if I will get the full marks, but I might, and I think it's worth the gamble. But if you guys have time and if you guys want to be safe, just expand it properly. And the question does not even say that do not use a calculator. So what's the point of using a calculator? If we need to expand it and write the values manually. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so if you guys didn't understand what happened, I mean, it was also quite critical for me. So like the first one is easy. Like the second root, we get 1 mark for that. Like the first, if the first root is -1 plus root 5 iota, then the second root will be the conjugate, which is -1 minus root 5 iota. And then we need to find the third root, which is like the main part, and which contains 3 mark. So another mark is like here we get 1 mark. So another mark we get here. Let me check the mark scheme. And we get 1 mark here, so we get 3 marks. And another mark is like to carry out a complete method for finding a quadratic factor with zeros. -1 plus root 5 beta, -1 minus root 5 beta, which I think I've done, but I'm not sure yet anyways. So first of all, we find the sum of the roots and the product, and then I think there is a formula like that which I'm not very familiar with. I just found it on the internet. So like first finding the sum. Oh, I think yeah, this is actually the quadratic thing. Like doing this to get the quadratic, I mean doing this, I think it's 1 mark, and this is like to state it, I mean to obtain it. Anyways, so yeah, we do minus of -18/2, which is 9. And then we'll take the third to be x3, then we do x1 minus times x2, which we already know is 6. So times x3 is equals to 9, and then we get x3 is 3/2. So the second root is this and the third root is that. So yeah, I don't think I've done this type of math before, like where I need to find the sum, the product, I mean, and then I need to do minus d by a, like as the equation is cubic, so there should be like 3 roots. So the second root was easy, the first root was given, so we just needed to find the third root. Okay, so this sum and then the product. we see. I don't know about you guys, but I would classify it as a difficult question. Yeah, like I don't think I think the shit we need to do here like, we don't need to do. I mean, the concept is the same. Take all the y's on one side, take all the x on one side, then take plus c on one side, and like integrate it, and then just normally solve it. But things like e to the power c, I don't think so that's common. I would classify it as a difficult question. And overall, I feel like, you know what? No. I will say what I feel like after I done the like after I complete the paper. So let's like go to the next question. The next one is partial fraction. Okay, wait. I think we have given enough space here. Like you're given 2 pages for 6 marks, right? I think you can know like maybe you could need to do a lot more working, but I think I've done enough working to get the required marks. I mean, what else can I do? Yeah, I think it works. Yeah. So now for 9a, like, this is actually an easy part. Like you just need to remember the formula, and this is like an easy 5 marks if you do all the working correctly, and if you just remember like what would be the identity be, like what would the formula for the identity be, and you are good to go. Yeah, so I actually was saying something with writing Spider-Man. Anyway, so this part is actually bit easy. Like if you just remember the formula and like if your calculation is correct, this is like an easy 5 marks. Next part is something basically with that contains integration. I don't know. Is it like pure mathematics 2 and 3, or is it like integration 2 and 3? Like every freaking math contains integration. Like almost every freaking math contains integration. Like p3 is all about integration, I believe. Anyways, Okay, so basically, sorry for being late to speak. Anyway, so basically, I just like this is actually easy and like it's all based on calculations. I mean, the main thing is if you know the formula or not. If once you know the formula, you can just easily figure it out, as long as your calculations is correct. So I just skipped it. I just wrote the values directly because yeah, the next parts are gonna take time. Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm not sure where did I make a mistake, but I mean, this is the answer I'm getting, but the mark scheme says something else. It says 2 minus 11 by 4x plus 10x square, which I'm not sure how it is. Like, I don't think I've made any mistake. There is like one question left, two questions left. I mean, I can solve it before. Wait, let me check again. Okay, guys, I found my mistake. It's a really easy mistake to make. The thing is, I missed this 6. It should be actually 6. So yeah, it should be 6. So we multiply it with 6, we get 3 by 2 minus 9 by 2, 81 by 8. So we finally get what the marks come said. I was actually planning to like first like expand this and then multiply it with 6, but actually I forgot about the 6 eventually. Anyways, I have 2 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, so I have left two questions left, only two questions, and like this is 11B and then question number 10. I have time, but actually, like, I'm just burnt out right now. And yeah, the background noises. Sometimes I wish I could just live in a quiet place. Anyways, I would have solved this paper in this part, but I'm just currently really burnt out, so I'm leaving that for part 3. Yeah, I know, guys, I'm sorry. Um, like, I have to make a part 3 for that. Like, there are two questions, but like, I'm really burnt out right now. So, yeah, sorry. See you guys in part 3.